Okay, so in order to make custom materials for Back for Blood, you have to do quite a few things for it. You will need a base material. So once you've unpacked your Back for Blood, you will go into the unpack and you will find a material that works for what you want. So, for example, my character model had emissive textures. So I was using this Carly Elite 04, which is the Carly Sterling Hand uh, material, and she has an emissive map on her gear for that model. So I was using this material, Carly Elite 04 Gear MI, as a base. Now, if you're doing skin, you can use pretty much any cleaners. Or if you're doing an outfit, torso, legs. It's essentially all you do is just base it off of what you need. So I needed emissive maps, so I used this. So we're going to make a copy of this. We're going to go to Documents, Mods, Back for Blood, and we're going to go into the model I did. So this is how you set it up. So you have your base folder, then you have mod, Gobi, content, characters, heroes, or it could alternatively be title update 13, title update 17, etc., depending on where the model is kept. In order to find that out, you just go into your U model and you will see where it's listed. So if I want to do Tala Elite 00, that is in title update 15. So it'd be Gobi content title update 15, characters, heroes, Tala, meshes, blah blah blah. So U model is what you want to use to know exactly where it is. But that's pretty much known if you're already getting the model working but need help with materials. So you'll want to set up the materials in U model how you want them, to a degree. So this is where my model is. It replaces Holly Swat. So here you can see, here's the model. And you're going to make the material names. You're going to make blank materials. They don't have to have anything at all. But you're just going to create a material, and you're going to name it whatever you want it to be named and place it wherever you want it to be placed. Same with the textures. The textures need to be the actual textures, not just dummy ones. And you can look at, using Photoshop, you can look at how the Back for Blood textures are formatted. So for example, the PBR is ambient occlusion, roughness, and then metallic. Well, specular, roughness, whatever it is. And then metallic. And then this last channel is, I believe, for skin transparency. I'm not certain, but I think that's what it's for. So you just want to format your texture like that. By skin transparency, I mean, by the way, I mean like that weird, I think it's called like subsurface scattering or something. It basically makes it look like light is coming through the model in a way to make it light up like skin does when you shine a light through it. And I believe that's what that channel is for. I might be completely butchering what it's actually called, but you get the point. Your material will be in here. You name it whatever you want to name it. You go to the model and set it to read from that material. And then once you've done that, you will cook it, and you will go into your export. So mine is over here. And you will copy the material you need as a base. Now this will be in the mod folder, not in your project folder. I'm just putting it here as an example. But what you're going to want to do is open your UAsset GUI and drag and drop the UAsset onto it. And then you have to do a few things here. So export information. This is important, otherwise the material won't work at all. This object name here has to be the same name as the material file. So if I were to name this to Lizzie Arms, I would have to change, excuse me, I would have to change this file name to Lizzie Arms. So we're going to go back into here, and then we're going to go to import data, and you will change these. So the PBR texture, the normal map texture, and in this case the MSK texture, which is your texture for emission. Not all textures have that. The MSK texture is only for textures with emission and some other rare cases. But BC is your base color, N is your normal map, and PBR is the reflectivity and such. So you will change these three to the path that you need. So as you can see, it's still pointing to the original file, but if we go into this, if we go into my version, my version isn't working for some reason. Oh, that's right, this isn't the right one. So if we go into my version, and you can see in the import data, I changed it to read from where mine is. So game, characters, heroes, Holly, meshes, elite, elite02, textures, arms, BC. And then you'll also change the files down here to the proper file names. Originally they will be, as you can see, they will be the original textures, but you'll want to change them to your new ones. I don't know if you have to, but I do it anyway. And then once you've done that, you'll do, so we'll go back over here. Once you've changed this object name here, once you've set up the texture paths in here, you can do file and save, and you can save your view asset. You can delete the backups if you don't need them. They're only there to be backups. But once you've done that, and you have your texture set up in the right position, so as you can see, go be content characters. So content is game in this case. So in all these view assets, you'll see game characters. Content is the same thing. Content and game are the same thing. So it'll be Gobi, content, characters, heroes, Holly, meshes, elite, elite02 textures, and that's where this is pointing. Points to the correct file name, arms BCT, arms BCT. These file names are changed down here. The object name matches the file name, and then you can save it. And once you're done with the materials, you can go ahead and pack it. So what I do is I just go to CMD, I drag and drop this in, space pack, space, drag and drop, and let it pack. And then you name it to whatever underscore P. As you can see, mine is named Lizzie underscore P. You place that into your packs folder. Make sure you have the launch option. So properties, file open log, and then you can test it, and that's it.